Nilaya by Asian Paints and pepperfry.com present the Great Indian Home Makeover, where we make your dream home come true.
The Great Indian Home Makeover is the first of its kind design show, where we redesign one of the living spaces in your home over a span of 48 hours. Presented by Nilaya by Asian Paints and pepperfry.com.
Wow.
It's my room.
Hosted by the glamorous actress extraordinaire, Soha Ali Khan. And the talented designer, Anjali Modi.
Every love story is beautiful, but sometimes you find the perfect fairy tale. And the fairy tale happened for Tejas and Hasneet 8 years ago, when they met at a work meeting of all places. And it was love at first sight. Finally, last year they were married, and today, less than a year later, they're ready to welcome a new family member. Welcome to Nilaya by Asian Paints and pepperfry.com present the Great Indian Home Makeover, where we make your dream home come true. And today, we're helping Tejas and Hasneet ready their room for the next phase of their lives.
The room which you are doing, that is Tejas' room. Tejas is fond of music and a luxurious room.
My name is Tejas Shah. My wife was previously my girlfriend. Her name is Hasneet Sahni. And now, after getting married, she is Hasneet Shah. 8 साल से we know each other, and 7 साल से we have been going around. We have been together, and it's been probably the best 7 years of my life.
About Tejas, he's a very passionate person. I've met a very patient, a very tolerant human being. Men are generally not like this. He's really come from above, and of course he's an angel in my life.
Hasneet ka probably when I saw, it was like wow. She's beautiful, something which I have been dreaming. I still remember the dress which she was wearing. She was wearing a maroon Punjabi that day when she had come, and probably a girl which always I had imagined.
There are no words I can describe him. Very special to me. But yeah, I think he found parts in me I never knew ever existed, and I kind of felt the love I never felt was ever real. So I've been dreaming with him since the time I'm with him. So I'm very lucky to have him. Definitely very lucky to have him.
We are going around from the past 7 years. It took me a year to convince her to ask a coffee date. Aaj coffee pe chalo, but she used to never come.
The only training that I took was then in his showroom, the car showroom he worked for, and during the process he came to know about me, and we then became acquaintances and friends later.
Generally, I'm not the one to attend any kind of trainings, but it was the only first and the last training which I attended in my life, and I could see her attending the training. The first thought which came into my mind is she's the one for me.
Frankly, I really don't know what worked then, because I was very cautious, as my family is a little orthodox about intercastes and things like that. And friends, of course, we've not had many guy friends. I'm from a convent base, so it was a lot of girls all the time. So I was very cautious. But I guess when destiny has to work, it has to work its wonders. And we became friends, and very good friends, and then somehow everything fell into place.
She told me, "You like me, right?" I said, "You can look into my eyes, तुम्हें कुछ पता चल सकता है." So she said, "A woman will understand what your behavior is." So I know basically you like me. I said, I don't like you, I love you.
Somewhere, when a girl knows that you are being liked or you are being looked at in a very different manner, it shows. It shows on the opponent's face, and in this case, it was the expressions that he had in his eyes. I could make out. I was avoiding it for a very long time.
Last year, my life changed. The life became very beautiful. I got settled in my life at last, and I settled with the right kind of a life partner I was looking at.
Once at Mount Mary Church, he just bent on his knees and he just asked me if I could be his life partner for his life. And at that point in time, I think I just could not deny, and I had already fallen for him, and I shouldn't be lying about it. Though I had those cold barriers around me, that not showing my emotions, but yes, I had already fallen in for him.
We know Hasneet from last 1.5 years. Hasneet and Tejas came in contact, and then Tejas told that I am in contact with Hasneet and I would like to, she will come and meet you. So she came here and we approved her.
It's not been a year and there is another surprise. Yes, and the good news is that we are expecting our first baby.
The day when I tested, of course, I told him, and I just told him, and both of us had tears in our eyes because this was the day we were longing for.
शादी के बाद इतना एक्सपेक्टेड नहीं किया था और इतना जल्दी सब इतना गुड न्यूज़ भी मिल गया. भगवान ने वो भी देन कर दी. हसनीत इज सो गुड एंड लविंग, सो वी आर सो हैप्पी.
I guess my husband has been always taken care by me. Of course, after he being pampered by his parents and mother, he was pampered by his wife, and now it's going to be the other way around, that we have to pamper somebody else, the new person in our life.
The day we got that news, it was like, wow. So things is falling in place, life is getting beautiful.
It's really worth that we have earned, in our life. So it's a very happy phase of marriage and of now motherhood.
I am very excited because as soon as the good news came, I got promoted as a vice president in my company, and things have been, they were always beautiful the last 7-8 years of my life, but life has become more beautiful. All the kind of responsibility God has been kind enough to give me. As a vice president, more responsibility comes for work, and to start a fatherhood, there is a lot of responsibility. As a husband, it was always responsible, but now to take care of two people, you have to thank God, and you have to tell Him to be more strong to take care of everything.
Of course, every parent would have a dream, but to become a parent is a very big achievement in life, and I am thankful to God He's given us this opportunity.
We always dream कि जो आपका नया मेहमान आए. When she came, I had done all the alterations and renovation for my hall, my passage and everything. So now the thing was, now the baby is coming. The baby will need its own space. So the first thing which came into my mind was that I need a renovation of my house, of my bedroom which is there. So I'm very sure कि अभी जितनी वो भी हलचल मचा रहा है मेरी wife के अंदर, so he is also looking for something similar.
You are doing eventually my room, which we will be sharing up with the baby. It's actually for the baby mainly, the new little one coming in.
The room has to be cool. The room has to be calm. It should be like, what is the first thing which a person looks when we come from a house, from my office when I come, basically with all the work and everything, what I look forward for? I look forward for peace. So there should be smoothness, there should be calmness, it should be inviting.
Somewhere where you live, we believe it always reflects on you, or vice versa. And peaceful, calm, and of course classy, because the parents are of that stature by now, so it passes on to the generations. I
want is that basically he should be adapted, and he should be, the moment he is over there, wow. He should feel that, though it cannot say, but that feeling should be there, because I believe a kid works with the feeling. That is the most important, the touch and the feeling. I am very sure that whatever we will do with the room, he'll get that feel.
The new little one, we wanted to have a little more of storage, And since I've just moved in a year back in the house, so I was finding a little ways and means to make my space. But now we have the third one, so we had to make a little more space for the person. The shortest way I could describe the room, that probably is a surprise for me as yet, would be happy and welcoming.
The one word I will look forward for my home would be heaven. In fact, it is like that, if I'll show you my mobile, in mobile, the name of my house is not home or anything. I have written it as heaven. The one word which I will look forward to describe my room would be bliss. The one word I would describe to my wife for this would be blessings. So bliss and blessings always are correlated and they will help.
So what we need to do in Tejas' space is to create one that's warm and inviting, because both of them are expecting and we want it to be a space that's inviting for this new family that's going to come. So let's start with the furniture. We gave Tejas and Hasneet a king-size bed because they wanted a lot of space where they could create new memories with this new member of the family. We also gave her 2 bedside tables because she wanted it for practical reasons and more storage. And we wanted to create a space for her that she could call her own in her room. So we gave her a really nice plush winged chair from Pepper Fry's Amberville collection. It's actually very comfortable. It's called the Bailey chair. And we gave her a long console that could basically declutter the entire space. So we chose the Bohemiana console. It's very nice. It has an Indian accent to it. It has a lot of storage. Tejas, I believe, is a big movie buff, so we made sure to give him a console that would have a lot of his DVDs, something that was out of sight, so not to show a lot of clutter. Welcome back to pepperfry.com and Nilaya by Asian Paints present the Great Indian Home Makeover. Tejas, I believe, is a big movie buff, so we made sure to give him a console that would have a lot of his DVDs, something that was out of sight, so not to show a lot of clutter, and did what it had to do. So if you're ever doing up a home such as this and you want to help make a more informed decision, I would suggest heading over to the Pepperfry studio and visualize your ideas.
Hi Anjali, how are you?
Hi, sir.
So this is where you get your inspiration from, huh?
Yes, it's actually perfect because every time I choose something from pepperfry.com, all I have to do is come here and figure it out.
They have such lovely stuff.
Are you looking for anything in particular?
Well, I came here actually to buy a bar trolley, which I've seen, but ever since I walked through that door, I've seen so many lovely things. There's a beautiful winged chair, there's so many lovely lamps, there's so much to choose from.
You're actually in the right place because they have a lot to choose from. If you need any help, let me know.
I will. I'll leave you to it, but I might come back to you for help.
Okay?
Thanks, Anjali. See you soon.
Bye. So that's about the furniture. Now moving on to the paints and wallpapers. The room has a very nice large window that brings in a lot of natural light and also has hints of nature surrounding the building. So I wanted to have this essence move into the room. So I took inspiration from nature, used a forest green paint and neutralized these really large cupboards, which if you remember were really overpowering when you walked into the space. We wallpapered them with a neutral white wallpaper. We also added a Nilaya by Asian Paints wallpaper from the Candice Olsen collection. It's actually very neutral, very inviting, very nature inspired with watercolor washes. And I think the couple is going to have a lot of peace of mind in this space. We're finally done. We're almost there with her space. I want to talk to you a little bit about what I was saying earlier. Now we have the Woodsworth bed here. It's a king size bed. A lot of space for them to hang out, make new memories here. On to my favorite Bohemiana console. It played a really, really important role in the space because it decluttered everything. We made sure that we gave her side tables like she had requested for practical use, and a really nice corner like you see behind me for her to sit back, put her feet up. Now on to the wallpapers and the paints. If you see behind me, we have a really, really large window that brings in a lot of natural light. Now what I wanted to make sure is that the walls reflect the sunlight really well in a way that's making the room feel light and airy and makes them happy to just spend time in the room. So what we did is we used Nilaya by Asian Paints Candice Olsen watercolor wallpaper. And what this does is that it's not gender specific. It brings in a little bit of nature, the greens, which is a really soothing color, and we offset it with a nice neutral pastel color on the TV unit wall, but it doesn't distract from the entertainment that they're going to be enjoying in this space. Now, I told you about this earlier. There was a large wardrobe here that was really, really overpowering. It had these browns and whites and it just wasn't working. So what we did is we kept it where it was. We made sure that we gave it a white wallpaper so that it was neutral. It didn't add a lot of heaviness to the space and it worked.
I'm very sorry. This has never happened before. Welcome back to Nilaya by Asian Paints and pepperfry.com present the Great Indian Home Makeover. So the wallpaper is actually fine, but we're pretending like it's not. The bed is fine, everything is great. It looks beautiful, the room, but we thought that we would surprise them. So let's bring them in and let's hope they have a sense of humor. Please come in. Please come.
Oh my God. This morning has been more than a surprise. It was a shock.
I'm very sorry. This has never happened before. And all I can say is that I'm very sorry.
No, please don't. Please don't. I mean, it's just the way it is. It's really nice. I mean, we didn't recognize our own room for
What
sure.
we had in mind for you was something really special because
That's okay. That's okay.
I'm not sure exactly. This has never happened before. Something happened with the wallpaper, and I don't know if it was leakage because something happened with the AC as well, and it sort of seeped into the bed and the fabric of the bed.
No problem.
And
No problem. What is important is that at least it's ready for the one that is supposed to come, and which is what is very, very important. So it's absolutely okay. So it's okay. It's absolutely okay. No problems with us.
I'm lying! It's all done! This is all done, and as you can see, we just covered this up, and it all comes out very easily, and the wallpaper is beautiful and flawless. And this was just me trying to have some fun with you and to say surprise!
And then when I saw the whole look, the definite whole look was a relief. It was beautiful. It was mesmerizing and happy. It's really beautiful. The furniture piece that I really loved from Pepperfry is the unit. It's beautiful. It's the most striking thing in the room when you walk in. And of course the storage in the bed. The bed is really nice in a king size, so I'm now relieved that the three of us can fit in on one bed now. And this chair, the royal chair that we will share now is beautiful again. So there's not one, but everything that Pepperfry has given us in terms of furniture is been really nice, and I think I'm really excited to use it now.
The feeling was amazing. The feeling was wow. Can the room be so beautiful? And my reaction was fantabulous.
I think that you had also mentioned it complements the greenery that you can see. You've got a lovely
Outside,
view,
yes.
and so the green on the wall complements that. And of course, we've left lots of surface areas for you to put up photographs of yourselves and your baby when it comes, and all of you, the family, make your memories in this room and really have a blessed life ahead.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so very much.
Sure.
And it's been lovely to meet you. And again, I apologize for pretending that it was a bad reveal. And I'm very happy
Thank you so very
that you
much.
gave us a chance to come into your
Thank
home.
you so very much.
And on behalf of Nilaya by Asian Paints and pepperfry.com, thank you for having us in your home.
The Nilaya by Asian Paints wallpaper, it's very nice because I will not miss the outside so much, and I just had a feel of it. It's really soft like a fabric, so it's long lasting, I personally feel, using the room now.
I can never forget Great Indian Home Makeover.
Yeah, and the room was totally changed. The selection of the colors, selection of the furniture, it's very brilliant, and I would describe everything in one word only: superb.
So when you have a really small space and storage is a big concern, try to use pieces of furniture that have hidden storage. If you have a console that acts as a TV unit, make sure that it has hidden drawers, a lot of shutters, a lot of depth so that you can fill a lot of stuff in it. If you have a bed, make sure that it has drawers at the bottom so that you can put away things that you don't have to bother about on a daily basis. And try to use bookshelves that aren't too heavy but that can stack a lot of things on it. So you're taking away from the floor and you're putting things up against the walls and clearing out the entire space. So when you would like to use a wallpaper that has a lot of character, try to avoid putting it on a TV unit wall because the focus point has to be the TV. If you have a pattern that's distracting you from what you're watching, it doesn't serve the purpose that you need. So I would recommend putting it behind the bed back, something that you can look at when you first enter the room and your focus heads towards it, and something that adds value to the space eventually.
To shop the look, go to pepperfry.com. All of the furniture, the accessories, the Nilaya by Asian Paints wallpaper can turn your room into brand new with just the click of a button.
An entrepreneur, I run a couple of businesses. I have left my Zen space in your hands. Please make me a yogi when I move back in.
Surprise! Don't do any other homes. Just do all the separate rooms of Patodi. How's that?